Have you ever stopped and wondered, how can one small spoon of instant coffee wake up millions of people around the world? Within seconds. No grinding, no brewing, no waiting, just hot water, and suddenly, coffee appears. But here's the real question. How does a hard coffee bean from a distant farm turn into those tiny brown granules inside your jar? What machines touch it? What heat does it face? And why does instant coffee last for years without losing its flavor? Today, you're about to discover a journey most people never see. And trust me, once you know this process, you'll never look at instant coffee the same way again. Welcome to Factory Time. On Factory Time, we take you inside real factories around the world. We show you how everyday things are made, step by step, machine by machine. From food to tools, from raw materials to finished products, everything you use has a hidden story. And today's story starts with coffee. Where coffee really begins. Instant coffee does not start inside a factory filled with machines and conveyors. Its journey begins far away on coffee farms located near the equator. These regions have the perfect mix of warm temperatures, regular rainfall, and fertile soil, which coffee plants need to grow properly. Countries like Brazil, Vietnam, Colombia, and Indonesia are among the world's biggest coffee producers, supplying millions of tons of coffee every year. Coffee grows on small evergreen trees. Once a year, these trees bloom with tiny white flowers that release a light, sweet fragrance, often compared to jasmine. This stage is very short. Within just a few days, the flowers fall off and something new begins to form. Over the next several months, the plant slowly develops red fruits known as coffee cherries. These cherries are the true starting point of coffee. Inside each cherry are usually 2 coffee beans, but they are tightly protected by layers of skin, pulp, and natural sugars. Farmers must be extremely patient during this stage. If the cherries are picked too early, the beans inside will lack flavor. If they are picked too late, the beans can become overripe and spoiled. This is why perfect timing is crucial. One small mistake here can affect the taste of every cup made later. Harvesting on a large scale. On small coffee farms, workers still carefully pick coffee cherries by hand, selecting only the ripest fruits. This traditional method protects quality, but it is slow and labor-intensive when it comes to producing instant coffee. However, factories require massive amounts of coffee beans every single day. To meet this demand, large-scale farms rely on powerful harvesting machines. These machines move through long, perfectly aligned rows of coffee plants. As they pass, flexible vibrating rods gently shake the branches. The movement is carefully controlled so that only ripe cherries fall off, while unripe ones stay attached to the plant. What once took dozens of workers many hours can now be completed in just minutes. The fallen cherries are immediately collected by the machine and pass through basic cleaning systems that remove leaves, twigs, and dirt. From there, the cherries are loaded onto trucks and transported away from the farm. Speed is critical at this stage. Fresh coffee cherries begin to deteriorate quickly after harvesting. To protect flavor and quality, they must reach the processing plant within the same day. In coffee production, time truly makes the difference. Cleaning and fermentation. At the processing plant, the cherries are poured into water tanks. This step is simple but powerful. Ripe cherries sink, unripe or damaged ones float. Only the best cherries move forward. Next, machines remove the outer skin and pulp, exposing the beans inside. But the beans are still sticky. They are covered in a natural layer of sugar and mucus. To remove it, the beans are placed into fermentation tanks filled with clean water. Here, natural enzymes break down the sticky layer over several hours. This process must be carefully controlled. Too little fermentation, bad taste. Too much fermentation, sour flavor. Once perfect, the beans are washed again. Now they're clean, smooth, and ready to dry. Drying the beans. Freshly washed coffee beans still contain a large amount of moisture, which makes them unsuitable for storage or roasting. If this moisture is not removed properly, the beans can spoil very quickly. To prevent this, the beans are spread out in wide drying areas. In some regions, they are dried naturally under the sun, while in others, controlled mechanical dryers are used to ensure consistency. During drying, workers regularly turn the beans using rakes or tools. This constant movement allows air to reach all sides of the beans, helping them dry evenly and preventing unwanted fermentation. This step cannot be rushed and often takes more than a week, depending on weather conditions and drying methods. The objective is to lower the moisture content to a precise level. Too much moisture can lead to mold and bad odors, while too little can harm the bean's natural flavor. Once the ideal balance is reached, the beans are known as green coffee beans, ready for the next stage: storage and transport. Once the beans have fully dried, they are packed into strong, heavy-duty sacks designed to protect them during long storage and transport. Each sack is carefully labeled with important information, including the country of origin, the quality grade, and the harvest date. These details allow factories to track every batch and maintain consistent quality. The sacks are then stored in large, well-ventilated warehouses, where airflow helps keep the beans dry and safe from moisture, pests, and heat. Here, the beans may remain for weeks or even months until they are needed. When the time comes, the sacks are loaded onto ships or trucks and transported to instant coffee factories across the globe. This is the moment when raw farm-grown beans begin their transformation into instant coffee. Entering the factory. Inside the factory, automation takes over. Robotic arms unload the heavy bags. Sensors check moisture levels. Samples are taken for quality testing. If a batch fails inspection, it's rejected immediately. Only approved beans continue. Because when you produce instant coffee on a massive scale, consistency is everything. Roasting flavor is created here. Green coffee beans have almost no smell. Roasting changes everything. The beans enter large rotating drums, heated to extremely high temperatures. As they roast, they turn brown, expand, release oils, develop aroma. The roasting time decides the flavor. Light roast, brighter taste, more caffeine. Dark roast, stronger taste, less caffeine. Once roasted, the beans are rapidly cooled to stop the process. At this moment, the factory smells like pure coffee, grinding and brewing. The roasted beans are ground into a coarse powder. But instant coffee is not just ground coffee. The powder is brewed into a very strong liquid coffee using heat and pressure. Think of it as an ultra-concentrated coffee. Now comes the most important transformation. 2 ways to make instant coffee method. 1. Spray drying. In spray drying, liquid coffee is sprayed into a huge chamber. The droplets meet extremely hot air. Water evaporates instantly. What remains are tiny dry coffee particles. This method is fast and efficient, perfect for large-scale production. Method 2. Freeze drying. Freeze drying is slower but preserves more flavor. First, the liquid coffee is cooled until it freezes. Then, it enters a vacuum chamber. Under low pressure, ice turns directly into vapor, skipping the liquid stage. This process removes moisture without damaging taste or aroma. The result? Light, crisp coffee granules that dissolve perfectly. Packaging at incredible speed. After the drying process is complete, the instant coffee granules are transported to the packaging section of the factory. This area operates at an incredible pace, driven almost entirely by automated machines. The granules flow smoothly into filling machines, where each jar is measured and filled within seconds, ensuring accuracy and consistency. Immediately after filling, the jars move to sealing stations. Here, lids are applied and sealed airtight to lock in freshness and protect the coffee from air and moisture. Next, labeling machines wrap each jar with product information, branding, and batch codes. Throughout the process, sensors and cameras perform instant quality checks, rejecting any jar that does not meet standards. Some factories are capable of filling and sealing hundreds of thousands of jars every single day. Each finished jar represents months of careful farming combined with the speed and precision of modern factory technology. So next time you mix instant coffee with hot water, remember the journey behind that simple cup. From distant farms, to powerful machines, to precise science, that's the hidden world of instant coffee. This is Factory Time, where everyday things reveal extraordinary stories. If you enjoyed this video, like it, share it, and stay curious. See you in the next factory.